Now I'd like to introduce the co-sponsor of the Major Richard Starr Act resolution and ranking member of the House Veterans Affairs Committee on Economic Opportunity, Congressman Chris Pappas from the state of New Hampshire. Chris?
Well, thank you to Ranking Member Takano and Dr. Ruiz for your leadership in getting us to this moment here where we have a discharge petition that is live and an opportunity to do something critically important for generations of veterans that have stood up and pledged to give everything up to and including their lives for this great nation. To David Starr, thank you to you for your service, sir, and to your family's service and sacrifice for our country. Your brother is someone that we should honor by passing this bill into law and by correcting this gross injustice, as you've heard about already here today. You know, it feels really rare in Congress these days that you get this level of bipartisan support for a bill, but we have it here. And that's because folks have been listening to veterans and veteran service organizations that have advocated for this bill's passage. In my district, there are hundreds of combat injured veterans residing in my district, in my state, that have had their benefits unfairly withheld. And I've heard directly from the veteran community about this bill every time I've met with them. It's always the number one ask, whether I'm meeting with them here in my office in Washington or whether we're just meeting out there in the community in New Hampshire. They're wondering, what about the Major Richard Starr Act? What's the status on it? When are you going to get this through? What's the problem? They can't understand why a bill with 330 bipartisan co-sponsors continues to languish. And where something is so obvious that we should be providing the care and benefits for people that have offered everything for our country and not nickeling and diming them, it seems so obvious that we should get this through. So there's frustration, and that's what this discharge petition works to correct. We've got to listen to veterans and heed their call. We've got to do everything possible to make sure that we are providing for the tens of thousands of American veterans who today are losing out on thousands of dollars a year that they should have, that they earned through their service. And as Dr. Ruiz said, having 330 bipartisan co-sponsors is nice, but it's not enough. You got to sign on the dotted line, and you have to do it now. That can change if a majority decides to join us in signing this discharge petition. And we've got to use every tool we possibly have at this moment to get things done here in Washington. You know, this is a place where things move incredibly slowly and where sometimes it takes quite a while for justice to get delivered. We can't wait any longer on the Major Richard Starr Act. Let's continue to work to generate the support that's required. As Ranking Member Takano said, we're just a few dozen co-signers short of getting this thing done and getting a vote on the floor of the House. That's an important achievement that we can do in the next week or two here in Washington, D.C. So let's not give up until we get to that moment. I want to thank all the veterans and veteran service organizations that are represented here. We wouldn't be at this moment without your advocacy. So let's keep pushing hard. Let's get this done.